gets all over the floor. It gets on your gloves. It's disgusting.
Hello, beautifuls. Welcome back to my Chanel bait. And welcome back to another episode of Botched, where everyone gets the brow lift.
Time for a brow lift.
My goodness me, what a salacious moment this series is turning into, my lovelies. In the last episode, we saw $250,000 spent on plastic surgery and none on a brain. No, I can't say that. Stop.
You are the worst.
We are quickly speeding through season 1, and I believe that this is the last, actual episode of this series. Now, that does come with an interesting thing, because I know that the next 2 episodes are reunion episodes, and I do wonder if that's going to be, interesting enough here for the Chanel. Let me know what you guys think in the comments box below. With that being said, are you ready for a top comment from the last episode of Botched, my loves? And that is by Chase Crochet Shop, a Schwubliage. And they say, I have a scar on my eyebrow from using an eyebrow razor wrong. To not expect scars from actual surgery is just wild. It is not possible to have cosmetic surgery without any scarring. I'm going to put an asterisk next to saying that because I'm sure there might be 1 or 2 specific surgical instances in which no scarring exists. But let me just say, of all the cosmetic surgery work that I have had done, each one has left a scar, whether that's small or bigger than small. Well, my lovelies, are you ready to join with me today in holy matrimony as we watch another episode of Botched? Make sure you're sitting comfortably. Grab yourself a beverage. Please ignore my lipstick if it prints off onto my chin because it's actually a wet look lip and I kind of regret doing this. Pop your little hanger right into your botched hole and let's have a brow lift, girls.
You're having a fever dream.
I want to be sexy. I want to be gorgeous. What is the body? Look at me. Have we seen all of this before? I feel like I'm seeing more than I would usually see. I want to be in my space. Right, here we go. Douglas Ross. All white linen and gladiator heels.
My name
Stop
is
it.
Monique.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it, everybody. Stop it. This is Glamorous Monique. Of infamous music video fame, Punch My Kitty.
Punch my kitty.
Now, I'm quite surprised to see Glamorous Monique because I have an ex who, when he was dating me, Glamorous Monique was staying in London. And I don't know what happened, but at 6 a.m. one day, he messaged me and was like, I've just been over at Monique's house, Glamorous Monique, and I just really need to see you. I really need to see you. Yeah, can I come and see you? And so he did. And then he was like, oh, nothing happened, but I just needed to leave and come and see you. And I was like, why have you stayed at Glamorous Monique's house? Why have you not told me you're doing this? And also, why are you calling me at 6 a.m. being like, no, I need to see you, I need to see you? If that's not guilty chaser behavior, I don't know what is. In the bin.
You're fired.
No ill will shed between the dolls over useless men. But there we go. Right, what a day it's going to be today, girls.
My name is Monique Allen.
Monique.
I was raised in Orange County. I went to Catholic boys' school. I was an altar boy, and after the 9th grade, it just wasn't for me no more because I was just too feminine for school.
Well, I must say that's quite a sad thing to hear, isn't it? Too feminine for school, meaning that she has been bullied. That's basically what she's saying here. She was too feminine for school. A religious school by the sounds of it as well, so that's quite relatable to me. How upsetting. I also do want to say that whilst Glamorous Monique's look is quite extreme, I do also want to remind people that back in the day, the 80s and the 90s, the only surgeons that would work with trans women were the ones that were a little bit interested in us, shall we say, a little bit more than just admirers. So sometimes they would push trans women to get more surgeries than they needed, and the results sometimes were quite extreme. Not only that, a lot of the surgeons with great reputations would just refuse trans patients. So we had to get what we had to get. I do want that to stay in your mind, girly goops.
And then when I was 18, I told my parents that I wanted to have my sex reassignment. They weren't surprised. My whole life I got Barbie dolls. Christmas time, if I ever got a bat or a baseball, I'd scream and cry. So I went to school as Monique. I majored in criminal justice, and then I became a correctional case records analyst. They always said I was too flamboyant for the office. I had to tone down this, tone down that. 8 to 5 was their world. Then after that, honey, I lived a world that they could never imagine.
They could never.
I started going around to clubs and I developed a cult following. And I met this record producer. And before you knew it, I had to go to the studio. They put things over my ears and I just started singing. I get booked in clubs in London a lot. They really like my songs. 38 Triple F. Oh. Punch My Kitty.
Oh my God, is that punk?
Triple F. Oh.
I think that bar is punk. Oh, the good old days go.
Punch My Kitty.
Punch My Kitty.
And the People's Tranny. Yeah, Daddy, yeah. Now they're talking.
I don't know. Oh, is it going to be one of these episodes, my lovelies? I don't know if I can keep in all of the slurs because YouTube is pretty hot on slurs. I mean, they allow you to reclaim them, but also, like, a lot of the management here on YouTube is not automated by human review. And if it is automated by human review, how is this little local person from local township where they're employed online going to know the difference between reclaiming a slur and just using a slur? The People's Tranny. Gotta have a hobby, haven't you? Kamala Harris is shaking.
Now they're talking about doing a proper video.
Like a bigger budget.
Yeah, that's why I want to have all this surgery and have it taken care of. When I was going to clubs all the time, I met other girls like myself.
Yes.
And they were all into plastic surgery.
Yes.
So I got into it too. I had my first facelift.
Unfortunately, that is very much a thing within the doll sphere that plastic surgery can easily become very addictive and affirming. It's also very expensive, but when you live around people that perhaps push you into areas you might not necessarily always want to go to, it becomes very easy to be like, yeah, just get everything nipped and tucked and squeezed and pushed, girl. Even if you don't necessarily need it. For those of you who don't know, a doll is a trans woman who has had plastic surgery and undergoing transition.
29 years old, and that was
Facelift
crazy.
at 29.
I've had my brows lifted, my
A
cheeks
brow lift.
augmented. I've had nose jobs. Don't know how many. I like how I look. My motto is go big or go home.
Why
I
go
have
big
had
when you could
over
just
a
go
thousand
home is
silicone
my
in
model.
body. I wish I had never
home with
done
my
the
ex.
liquid silicone. I've had it shot into my hips,
Oh, not
my
silicone.
rear.
They could have told her she's got a tag on her pants there. Who didn't tell her that? Look, here. This is very like, I bought this in sale from H&M.
Don't bother.
Right, so unfortunately, which I'm kind of not surprised about, Glamorous Monique here has fallen prey to the illegal silicone market. This is hugely prevalent within the trans doll sphere. You will see many high-profile trans women on YouTube and on Instagram retelling their horror stories about back alley silicone. And just take care of yourself, please. It is not worth it. You could be the prettiest lady in the world, but if your insides are rotting from industrial grade silicone, no.
I didn't have any problems for a good 10 years. And then it started migrating.
Yes.
Skin started getting a different texture and things started to change. That's when I started my quest of reconstruction surgery. I have pixie ears. Apparently, the pixie ears came because of the previous facelift. They put so much tension, it pulled the ears down.
Oh my god.
Summer's coming, my video's coming,
gosh.
bikini weather's coming.
Pixie ears. Actually, see, I have gigantic ears, the size of them. Could pick up Sky One if I wanted to. So pixie ears is where a facelift has done this. That's wild. Absolutely wild.
Bikini weather's coming, and it's
Bikini weather,
time
girl.
to, you
Unheard
know,
of in the UK.
regain my youth. Every woman, every bitch walking around the streets here is full of something.
Truer now than ever before. Right, what's the take?
Who do we have now? We have Monique Allen, and this is interesting. Apparently, she had free liquid silicone injected everywhere. So she's had that liquidy silicone leaking everywhere.
Very difficult.
Good morning, Monique.
Oh, hi.
Janet, pleasure meeting
woman
you.
is
Hi,
so
nice
lovely.
meeting you, Janet.
Welcome to our office.
I would like to be greeted if ever I go for plastic surgery again by ladies just like, good morning, hello everybody, how are you doing, lovely? Quite often I haven't. It's a very stern nurse who's like, I have no interest in this except money. And that's fine, but also like, just be nice to me, I'm frightened.
Thank you.
We are ready for you.
Oh, great.
Follow me.
Thank you.
Hello,
I
mummy.
like what you're wearing. Good morning, Dr. Nassif, Dr. Dubrow. Here's Monique.
Ooh,
Hi,
dressed
Monique.
as Jenna Marble's chair.
Ain't nobody chair safe, bitch.
First thing that walked into the exam room was Monique's breasts, and then she
you could
followed
have phrased
shortly
that-
after.
phrased that
Can you
bit
give us a little surgical history?
Well, I first started with my SRS when I was 22. I was so happy to have my sex change. Why go through all the body modifications that become a woman and still have a ding-a-ling hanging? And then after
I
think I've
mean,
had-
it's not for everyone. SRS is not a thing to be undertaken lightly. SRS, also known as GCS or bottom surgery, is a lengthy and expensive process. It can take years to heal from, and the initial healing takes about 6 weeks, and you need to really rest. There are 3 different types that you can get. I think back in the day there was only 1 type. Now you can get 3 different types if you would like to. But also somebody's transness does not relate to the amount of plastic surgeries that they have had. Just leaving that there.
I've had maybe 200 procedures.
200 procedures?
Oh, does that include Botox and
I've
filler,
had
though?
maybe 8 breast surgeries. I don't want to be a flat-chested girl. I don't. I'm known for my breasts.
8
From here to
breast
London to
surgeries.
Paris.
That must have
A
been...
lot of that was free silicone injected in the body.
Oh.
Oh, there we
I've
go.
had, probably had 45 reconstruction surgeries to remove in different parts of the body.
But where did you have it injected?
Well, I had it in Tijuana.
The free-floating
Tijuana.
silicone that Monique has had injected in her body is very scary.
Yes.
It can become infected. And once it's infected, horrible bacteria can take over the body. The skin can die, and you can either, as a result, lose your limbs or worse, die.
What are you interested in
Diana
having
limbs.
us look at for you?
I've been told recently that I have pixie ears.
So you want to have those ears look less pulled down? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Now, what about with the body?
With age and everything, my stomach has started to change.
We need to take a peek at you.
Okay.
A Pikachu.
Monique's plastic
Oh,
surgery complications make her
electric
look.
shock.
She has serious disfigurement, so we're willing to take the risk of activating that free silicone to improve her botched problems.
Okay.
Let's take a peek here. Okay.
What are we looking at? Oh,
Let's take a look at your other side.
okay.
Same thing, okay? And let's see the scar here.
How did this happen?
All right, so you have the scars there too.
Their ears are basically on her jaw now.
Yes,
We
they're
have
very
to
low.
take the deep tissue and kind of do this to fix it. So we have to lift this tissue up here so we can make like a little hammock.
It's difficult to operate on someone who's had free silicone injected into their body.
I wonder why they're trying to like reconstruct an ear like that rather than just like cutting it into it and reshaping it, rather than actually trying to almost give like another facelift, it sounds, because they're trying to like pull this up and out. Maybe I'm being incredibly naive here and you can't do that for some reason because the ears are a difficult organ. I don't know. We're here to learn today, my lovelies, aren't we?
No.
Also, do you like the fact I'm back on the old microphone? As much as I love the Shure SM7B, that's a complete lie, I love this one more. The Sennheiser MKE 600. The perfect microphone for me. Yes. Right, come on, Glamorous Monique. Oh, probably just like my ex did.
You don't know where the silicone is and where it's
You don't know
migrated
where
to.
it is,
And
you don't know
number
where
two,
she's
you
going.
don't want to activate the inflammatory process. It makes it very difficult to heal and actually can be quite life-threatening.
Oh.
You've had silicone injected here and a lot of
Yes.
it removed, right? You have
Right.
a lot of scarring in
I
this
have
area.
a lot of scarring in that
So
area.
that we'll have
Do
a
you
look
know,
at that.
I really want to actually see what silicone removal looks like. Is it a kind of like cutout? Do they cut it out, or do they kind of do like a liposuction thing, but it's specifically for silicone? Because how do you see silicone in the body? For some reason, I imagine that it's that white kind of like caulk stuff that you put in between bathroom tiles. Industrial grade silicone, but actually a lot of silicone, if you think of like lubricant, for example, adult behavior lubricant,
She's obsessed with it.
it is literally just like liquid and clear. I guess it depends on the kind that you get, doesn't it? Oh, don't do it, girlies. It's not worth it. It's cheap and nasty. Don't do it.
My stomach isn't the same as it was. It's the liquid silicone injections that have been the problem.
Right.
Okay,
What
so
does
show
that-
us where you've
what does
had
that mean?
I've had it removed here several times.
But look. Okay, so you've had these. Yeah. Look at this scar in here. And then you had liposuction here.
Right, I had it there.
You have all this loose stuff going
Right.
on here. Monique's stomach is significantly disfigured. She's had a lot of free silicone injected in the area. She had a lot of very aggressive liposuction. She's lost a lot of weight. So she needs a full tummy tuck to improve the area and to get it cleaned up. How do you feel about having a scar from here all the way to here in order to get this skin tightened and removed?
Does she like?
Doesn't bother me.
That we
there
can
you go.
improve.
Who wants to be loose? I don't.
Right.
I'll be really excited to expose my new body and new face, and I'm just gonna feel like $1,000,000.
There is something specifically about tummy tuck that's like, I feel like it shouldn't be taken lightly, and I feel like Glamorous Monique there, in her plastic surgery ways, was just like, it's fine, doesn't bother me, I haven't even thought about it. You should think about it a bit more than that. I had to spend years thinking about my FFS procedures. I don't know. This is where I will disagree with a lot of dolls. Our community is very mosaic. Every single piece is a different colour. Be really boring if it was all one colour, be a sheets of paper. But a lot of older transsexuals will definitely fall under the category of, what's the word, like femininity. Their femininity is intrinsically linked to how much plastic surgery they can have, and the more plastic surgery they have, the more feminine they become. And I personally, for my journey, don't agree with that. I'm not saying they're bad people, I'm just saying that's not my journey. And all I want to do, apart from anything else here on my Chanel, my lovelies, is allow us to stop and think for a second. And you know what? Some of you would rather top a twink than stop and think. Perfection, girls!
Oh, hey,
Oh, here she is.
enjoying
Oh,
the
she's wearing
view?
a curtain tassel.
Isn't it magnificent?
Now,
Isn't it just breathtaking?
I've known Monique for over 4 years. Monique is super fabulous. She's the nicest person you'll ever meet. A lot of people get distracted by her exterior, but once you talk to her, you find out she really does care about the people in her life.
The hills are alive.
Well,
With the
I just
sound
got
of
back from the
breasts.
doctors.
Really?
What happened?
Well, they gave me a consult.
So what are you gonna get done?
Huh?
What are you gonna get done?
I have pixie ears. Apparently, I had a facelift back in the 40s, and the facelift,
He's
they
like,
gave me...
is that in the 40s? Glamorous Monique, 228 years young.
What are pixie ears?
My ear is, the lobe is long. So I'll get a nice, tight, young jawline. I also talked to Dr. Dubrow
She's got a
about
facelift
doing
personality.
a tummy tuck.
She's very
It makes
like
me a little bit
hair.
nervous.
You know, I always get comments here for touching my hair, and I don't think you guys realise that a lot of the time we're watching very uncomfortable content here on the Chanel. So me playing with my hair is definitely a comfort thing, but also I get overstimulated because I have ADHD. So if I have one piece of hair that's just like, no, tickly wigs, I'll be like, get away, brush it 9 times, pull it back, pull it forwards, girl. So unfortunately, if you don't like people that touch hair, I don't think my Chanel is for you. So there, take that.
A tummy tuck.
It makes me a little bit nervous, I won't lie.
Oh, I know, but I'm a big girl.
I'm just worried that, you know...
How old
Don't
is Glamorous
be.
Monique?
I know,
Don't give
but
me
you know.
bad karma. I'm infinite, I'm immortal, I'm my spirit and my soul.
Okay, well, good.
I'm really excited about getting a tummy tuck. I got a shoot coming up for my new video, and I'll be able to get back into some of my costumes that they're just lying there in my panty drawer. You know, I just don't wear them no more.
You know, I love the fact that they kind of have to come up with a storyline on this show, because Glamorous Monique is not going to be like doing a video shoot and that's an international celebrity on MTV. I love it because it is kind of a big deal in gay world, but outside of gay world, does anyone know? I'm not trying to be a bitch. I'm just trying to be like, they're framing it on this show as if she's got like a world tour coming up. Oh no, this will hurt the world tour. And it's not quite that. But do you know what? A little bit of delusion never hurts anybody, does it? No.
Welcome to the No Pimpy Chanel.
More like I used to. Here's to a new beginning.
A new woman. Oh, that pool needs cleaning. No, we're not coming up, girls. Piss. I want to be wigs. Ooh, Brighton Beach. Monique,
Hi,
oh God,
morning.
right, we're
How are
speeding
you?
through this.
Good.
Here
here
she
for
is
my
in
surgery.
her celebrity
Check in,
disguise.
the nurse will be out to get you.
Okay, great.
Somebody
Can't
will
wait
out
to
to
be
get
back
you.
to normal.
Yeah, me.
Just looking forward to that.
Hi, Monique. Hey, I can take you back. Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
All right, come on back.
Okay.
Right. Okay,
Through
here we go, girlies. What's going to happen? So she's having
Go.
ear fixing
The
and
main
a
concern
tummy tuck.
with Monique is she's had more silicone injected than almost anyone on the planet. So I want to avoid as much of that silicone as I possibly can because I don't want to activate an inflammatory reaction, which will lead to a lot of post-operative problems. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the most
goodness
difficult, this could
me.
be a 9 if I run into a lot of silicone.
I'm sorry, that is just straight in at the deep end. Wow, okay, right. The iodine is being applied. At least I think it's iodine.
It's a baby?
So the big question, Heidi, is are we going to run into silicone around this hip area?
Right, gosh, right, I
And
could
if
go
we
straight
are,
into
that
it.
could be a real problem. Monique is undergoing 2 procedures. For the tummy tuck, I'll make an incision across her stomach, flatten out her abdomen, and cut out any excess skin before stitching her up.
Oh.
Then Paul will
Oh,
fix
that
her
sounds a bit
pixie
more
ears by
serious than
releasing
like a
some of the
normal
tension in her
tummy tuck.
face and create new earlobes that
Oh, is that what they're
releasing
doing?
some of the tension in her face and create new earlobes that
Oh, I
hang
see. So they
naturally.
can't just
So
cut
first
into it.
thing we're
They
going to
need
do is
relieve
cut
some of
around the belly
tension.
button
Oh, fallopian tube on display.
and leave the skin supported by its stalk. And then we'll make a new hole later for the belly
That
button to
is a
poke through.
very
Now,
sharp
we'll make
blade.
a long, low incision. Hopefully stay out of the silicone areas.
I feel
The
like this is the
potential
most...
problems with operating on someone who has free silicone in their tissues is that when you make an incision and go in there, that you could incite an inflammatory reaction,
No,
which could
I'm
lead
forever shocked when we actually see incisions because it kind of reminds me that in order to be like a plastic surgeon, you kind of have to be a bit unhinged and be able to compartmentalize that you are literally cutting open someone's body, about to see all the inner bits. That I think a lot of us, if we saw somebody's inner bits on the outside, we'd be a bit like,
oh no, existential dread, girlies!
oh, there we go. Fashion and beauty.
lead to a really bad infection and a
Let's
huge
not get
postoperative
infected,
problem.
girls.
See, look at that. That's
No,
silicone.
thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Let's not
Oh,
get
well.
infected, girls. That
That's a
looks like
silicone
dildo.
globule right there.
Oh,
I
no.
hope that doesn't mean we're going to run into a lot of silicone.
Oh.
Look at this. This is all silicone.
A bead. Oh,
Holy
dear.
cow.
Feel it. It's silicone everywhere.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What do we do?
Pray. This operation just got very complicated. Doing a tummy tuck like on Monique is like making the bed. You lift up the bedspread, you pull it down, rather than tuck it in, you cut off the excess. So we've elevated up the skin, we've advanced the excess tissue down, and we're cutting off the excess tissue now. It's really greasy here from the silicone. It's weird how silicone greases up a whole operating room. It gets all over the floor, it gets on your gloves. It's disgusting. It's closing time.
Oh, God. That was very drastic, I must actually say. That was probably one of the more graphic things that we've seen here on the Chanel. That's kind of interesting. He did actually show some silicone there. I don't know if I'm going to be able to put that on YouTube because, you know, it's silicone that's come out of a body, and I don't know how YouTube feels about that. That might be like,
No, it's too much. Oh, it's very troubling for your viewers. That is not correct.
even though my viewers are completely deranged, aren't you, girlies? I don't know what you've been looking at. Big titty lady videos on the internet. Now, that kind of greasy texture that he was talking about kind of makes it sound a little bit like it is like adult playtime lubrication. You know what I mean? That kind of, as soon as it touches something, it's just like there, and you can try and clean it, and it's just like, blah. Do you know what I mean? I bet you do, don't you, Circuit Queen? Joyride! Right, here we go. This is the ear time. Oh, hanger!
Well, even the needle is having a hard time going through the skin.
Oh dear, she got tough skin.
That's not a good sign.
Oh,
The plan for Monique's surgery was to
dear.
fix her pixie ear deformities. I mean, these earlobes were pulled all the way down.
That is
attached
crazy.
low onto her cheek. So I really want to go in there and get what we call a
Kimberly
deep plane
Clark.
lift, so I can pull the muscles up so there is no tension on the skin. The dissection could go pretty simple and fast, or it could be all scar tissue full of silicone. If that's the case, we got a problem. My goodness, this thing is there's so much tension on this.
So what are you finding?
In the skin flap, there's no silicone that I've been able to see. Now I'm entering the deep plane to see if I see anything there, but my initial impression, no silicone. What we're doing now is we're stitching up or suturing
I would hope she has
the
no
deep
silicone
layers
here.
of the face or the muscle up to its new position, which will take all the pressure off the ears and the skin.
Right.
At this point, our goal is to make her a new earlobe.
Oh!
And there's absolutely no tension on her earlobe, which will basically give her a nice,
does look
new,
like a nice
normal-looking
earlobe.
It's like a normal attached earlobe.
I'm not going to be able to put that
Her
here.
earlobes look fantastic. I think she's going to be really happy. As a matter of fact, with the lift, she also got even more tightening around her neck and her jawline.
The 2-in-1 looks.
So she kind of got like a freebie facelift with the like earlobe reconstruction there. Interesting. Why knockout? Knockout girls! Maybe I should turn my volume down just ever so slightly.
Thank you very much. That's much better.
My name is Maisha Daniels.
Hello.
I'm 27 years old. I went down to Mexico. I paid someone $150 to mess me up.
Oh, God.
We live in LA, and beauty is everything.
What did you do?
You're looking at all these gorgeous girls, and their faces so clear. And I had puffiness under my eyes. It was horrible because it's like something on your face. You can't hide it. I've tried cucumbers, drinking water, going to sleep, hemorrhoid cream. It's crap. It doesn't work.
Yeah,
I also read that you can get Restylane shots, which will take away the puffiness, the lines, and I'm like, that's me. That's exactly what I have. That's what I need to do, so that's what I focus on. My friend told me about her cousin who worked in Mexico. She said, oh, he'll do you for $150. I was sold. I went to Mexico to get nip tucked, and I got nipped. He looked at my eyes.
Oh, she's a woman in STEM. Okay, so it looks like that's a very shocking, striking image, isn't it?
We fixed, don't worry. Once we got...
You don't apply Restylane with a needle quite like that, I must say. Definitely not. So I believe what she's talking about here is having like under eye filler. Now, I've had this. I've had this done a few times, actually. I kind of feel like I need a bit of a touch-up, actually, from what's happening around here. But that's neither here nor there. Maybe a later video. But, well, maybe... Well, I wouldn't want to pay only $150. What's that? Like, £120 for under-eye filler? That is very cheap. That's, like, at cost, almost. Don't go cheap, girls.
He looked at my eyes. Oh, we fixed, don't worry. Once we got home, I started having a reaction to it. My eyes, they were turning darker. They were red, they were swelling, and I just freaked out. I was like...
This 3-megapixel camera is shaking.
After the swelling went down, bags, they were humongous. It was like someone kicked my butt. Sham of a job he did on my face. A sham.
Far too
sham
much.
of a doctor's office. Sham of a job. Just sham, sham, sham.
A sham. Stop it. Insufferable woman. Aisha's consultation.
Good afternoon, Dr. Nassif, Dr. Dubrow. Here's Maisha.
Hi.
I'm so excited to meet you. I'm Maisha. Nice to
Terry,
meet you.
real nice to meet you.
Lavana, nice to meet you.
Lavana, Dr. Nassif.
Have a seat.
So excited.
Ooh.
Dr. Nassif, Dr. Dubrow. Dr. Nassif.
This is giving, I know this is like not the time, but this is giving like pose styling. The geometry shapes, the very tight clothing.
Excited. Dr. Nassif, Dr. Dubrow. Dr. Nassif, Dr. Dubrow.
Bag
Touch my
lady.
face.
What? How dare they?
Bro.
A bag lady.
Bro. Touch my face.
That's
Hook
just
me up.
unnecessary.
Touch my face. Hook me up.
Right, she's excited.
Look at those
to
big
get work
glasses you're
done
wearing.
by the
Yeah,
celebrity
they're to
doctors.
cover up the sham of the job Mexico did to me.
It is very
I mean, you
common
did pay
for
for it.
patients to go to Tijuana, Mexico to have surgical procedures.
Yes.
Very inexpensive is usually the sign that there's something not really right about it. You
Not
gotta be careful. You
always,
gotta
not always. Sometimes it is a case of just the economy is different and the cost is different. But if you are advertising specifically to snatch people from richer countries to countries where there is like medical tourism, then usually there is sort of like a question mark around the ethics of that.
make sure the credentials are there for the surgeon.
That's the
I mean,
thing, isn't
look
it?
at these things.
So they're not designer bags.
No, they're not designer bags. They don't go with a thing in my closet. They're totally cramping my style.
I dig Maisha. Maisha's got that great spirit. Her face is pretty.
very fervent.
But she has a
Full
problem.
of
So
life
tell us a
and
little story
fervent.
about it for a moment, if you don't mind. So you
I was
had
about
it
to describe her as a smile that would light up a room, but we don't describe people like that because that's the only way they ever describe people that are featured on true crime documentaries. So let's not do that.
injected. Was it one syringe? Was it 2 syringes? How much?
It was like in a little jar. It was white. The
And he
stuff-
sucked it up?
He sucked it up.
That's not Restylane.
In the
It
syringe.
didn't come in a pre-made syringe.
No, it
that's
didn't.
not Restylane.
Maisha's fatty bags were so much larger than we would expect, and I'm certain that's due to the inflammatory process of having that filler injected in Mexico.
What
You know what we
filler
need to
is
do? We need to
that?
go examine him.
Okay.
Is there any
know-
filler that you get from A bottle that you suck up? Is there any filler on the market that does that?
You know what we need to do? We need to go examine them.
Okay.
Right.
You know, you go to Mexico for your margaritas and chips. You don't go there for your plastic surgery. Watch my finger with your eyes.
I mean, there will be at least
here.
one good plastic surgery. Plastic surgeon there.
Look at that. It responds just like fat.
Yeah. Especially this right here. Most of the time when you put filler around someone who's got a big fat bag, it makes the whole area look swollen and worse.
Fat bag? Hello, baby. Is that little biscuit? Is that my little biscuit? Ah, is that my little biscuit? Are you here? Should we give you some silicone under the eyes, yeah? Hello, I've got really sticky lipstick, so I can't really kiss you because I'll get fluff all on me and then I'll be upset for ages. You little celebrity. Yes? We're going to make you star in a little video later, aren't we? Yes. Biscuit goes cyberpunk for the second YouTube channel. Yes, Luxeria Labs. Available now. The link will be in the pinned comment.
I hate you. I'm going home.
It makes the whole area look swollen and worse.
Take a small
Swollen
little
fat
incision
bags.
on the inside of your eyelid.
That sounds like a horrible insult
And a
you'd be
small
called at
procedure
school.
to remove the fat and reposition it will significantly improve this.
I think you guys just gained a new best friend.
Well, let's wait and let's take care of you first before we do that.
Thank you, Jesus. Not only am I getting these things ripped off my face, but I'm getting them ripped off my face by the best doctors in Beverly Hills. I want to be on that table, in your hands, anesthesia in, bags out. We can ship them back to Mexico with a little
I
bow.
wonder what they are, though. Is it like surgical removing bags? It's very interesting.
Growing up, I really wanted to do modeling. So I got an opportunity to go meet with the head of LA Models. And even though I have these bags, I still didn't want that to stop me. I'm about to go into LA Models to meet with Krista. Do you know she discovered Tyra Banks? I know she discovered all hot chocolate. It's not about what you know, it's who you know.
Is it Janice Dickinson's modeling agency?
Hello,
Krista girl. Hi.
Krista
your stuff down. Can I see your photos?
Yes.
You're in good shape, kid.
Thank you.
Donna Summer there.
Thank you. I went to a trip in Mexico, and he gave me some faulty fillers, which kind of left me with this under my eyes.
A lot of times models will say to me, well, they can just use Photoshop, but they don't. They don't have time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's another model without that. Are you thinking about fixing it?
I am getting it fixed.
Okay, and you're going to someone good in America?
Yes. These bags, I mean, they put a stump in my career, but they will not take me out.
After your surgery, when you have that done, heal, feel good about yourself, relax, and then just call me and I'll bring you back in to meet with you again. And, you know, there's never any guarantees, but this helps a lot. Because you know what I mean? It's the first thing people see when you enter a room.
Yes.
If you can fix that,
it'll be absolutely amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited about it. You know?
Interesting interaction this has been. I don't know how I feel about this. Modelling, but get some plastic surgery first, and then we'll see what's the tea. I don't know about all that.
You know what? I have to get these bags out of my face. I have to. If I don't, then I might as well just give up on something I love. And how can you do that? R.I.P. to my bags. R.I.P. to them.
Sweetie. Sweet. As Tyra Banks would say, you need to wear a black tank top and black jeans to a go-see. Oh, day 4 check-in already.
Good afternoon, Monique.
Hi.
So happy to see you, my
Punch
baby.
my
How are
gal.
you feeling?
Oh, I'm
Doing all right?
feeling pretty good.
Awesome.
Oh,
Well,
I
you're a
remember
strong
the
lady.
bandages.
Yeah.
Follow
have to
me.
be.
We have your room ready, all right?
The least
Great.
fun
Well, I
parts.
feel really good. I feel I'm getting my energy back. I was out for the count for a couple days.
Yeah. Anesthetic is no joke. It really
Glamorous.
makes you go like,
Hi, how are
Hi,
you?
Monique. Well, I like the way you have your head wrap on.
Do you know
Very
what?
almost
Do
like-
you know what no one talks about with anesthetic is how deeply constipated you are for days after surgery. Just so you know.
Very almost like a sailor.
How are you, my dear?
I just
Good
call
to
me
see you.
Popeye.
So, how does your stomach feel?
Feels really good.
Does?
Well, yeah,
there
it
are the
does.
drains.
You already stopped bleeding. That's a good sign. It's already turned
Yes,
yellow.
yes.
I love it.
Oh, that is nice.
Huh? Do I make the prettiest belly button or what?
That's a nice innie.
Isn't that good? You like?
Yeah.
Yeah, this
I love
is
it.
gorgeous. Did a great job.
Before surgery, Monique's abdomen looked very irregular due to the liposuction and the silicone injection she had. After surgery, her abdominal wall is really tight, the skin is very smooth, and her overall waist contour is really nice.
All right, now can I take off your little sailor hat?
Yeah.
All right.
I must say, I think the shenanigan with my ex must have happened before this, because I think this was 2014, and I was seeing my ex in 2009, 2010, so... Interesting.
Hey, how's the pain in your face?
I don't have any pain.
No pain.
I love hearing that.
I have no pain. I have a little sensitivity in the ears, but I have no pain in the face whatsoever.
And let's take a peek. Let me look. It's great. You have no bruising. I mean, you look fantastic. I have to tell you, she looks fantastic. She has no bruising. If she didn't have these little stitches around the ears, you wouldn't know that she had a full revision facelift. You should have had more bruising than this, so you're a more remarkable healer. And plus, I think I did a pretty good job.
Sometimes we're just like that, the doll.
And then the easy part we followed up with at the end. You know, just an afterthought kind of. This is like dream patient.
I know.
It's like go to the cleaners, get your nails done, have plastic surgery. This is just routine for her.
Kings of the corrective surgery.
There you go. Kings of the corrective
surgery.
Oh, don't feed his ego, girl. His head'll explode. I want to be perfect. I want to have goiter. Oh, the European mind would boggle. Who's this? She's on the go.
Hello, my beautiful Maisha. I'm so happy to see you.
Hello.
The day has come, and I'm so
40
excited
inches.
for you. Let's do it.
Look at how lovely this nurse, like, so good. The patient bedside manner, brilliant. She is so personality. Do you remember when those shoes were the rage? Platform trainers, girl. Oh, I do miss mine. Oh, maybe I should get platform trainers.
No. I love this girl.
Girls, plastic surgery.
Ciao, Bella. Oh, that's how you do it.
Back on my back will be gone. I'm gonna be so stupid hot.
Oh, I just love the energy. Touch me. It's contagious. I love it.
One of the main issues and the difficult problem associated with revision surgery is many times we don't have the past history. We don't have op reports, we don't have procedures notes.
Yeah.
So sometimes we don't know what we're getting our hands into.
That's what I think is
The big question mark is, what are we going to find inside of these
Right,
eyelids?
okay, here we
She had
go.
some
She's
unknown
under.
substance injected in Mexico.
Get this section on, please.
Oh, what is it?
To get rid of the bags below Maisha's eyes, I'll make an invisible incision inside her lower eyelid. I'll remove some of the excess fat and reposition the remaining fat to create a nice smooth appearance below her eyes.
Oh,
we're making
like
a transconjunctival incision, which means basically making an incision inside the eye. And this is going to help us expose whatever's in the lower eyelid here.
Right, God, what are they going to find?
Here, look at it. That looks like fat, Terry.
Yeah, it does. That's the best thing it could be.
What do you think of that?
It's enormous.
Maisha's fat pads, they're 2, 3, 4 times larger than most of the fat that I've seen.
Wow.
That is the biggest lateral fat pad I think I've ever seen in my life.
It actually looks like the filler that she had injected in Mexico made her natural fat pads worse through an inflammatory process, causing blood vessels to grow into it and the whole area to swell up. It's completely unclear what the filler was that caused her fat to get so big and overdeveloped.
But luckily, no scar tissue.
No scar tissue.
And no sign of filler.
And no silicone, and we'll never know, and it doesn't matter, because the problem is solved.
Well,
nicely done.
Thank you, sir.
I mean,
Way to go.
great,
Thank you.
but also...
There's no doubt in my mind
Bit
that
scary,
having that
no?
unknown substance injected into her fat pads in Mexico caused her natural fat pads to enlarge.
Wow.
So we removed some of it and repositioned the remaining portions.
I wonder what that's called. What do you call that? Is there a scientific word for, like, engorgement of adipose tissue?
Wig.
All right, Rocco's
Tonight, my friends, my family, everybody's at the club. No one see me.
Everybody's at the club in daytime on TV.
The new, hot and improved Maisha.
I wish you could
I don't
reveal
have my bags.
her new
I'm
eye
looking
bags.
gorgeous. I have the
They're
glasses
gone.
off, my face ready, and I just am so.
Yes, you're allowed in the
absolutely
club.
happy. I can't wait for
Yes,
everybody
through
to
the
see me.
VIP. Oh, they did an excellent job.
Did you die? Yes, bitch, I died. The myesha that's always been on the inside is finally out. Like,
I mean, I know she's wearing makeup, but that's a great job.
Amazing.
Oh, it's nice when it goes right, isn't it, girl?
Smiling. Like, who wanna talk to me? Who wanna talk to me? You like me, they think I'm cute. Everyone thinks I'm cute.
How do you feel?
I feel amazing. Not having bags has absolutely boosted my confidence. Before, I relied on Photoshop to fix everything, which the main problem was the bags under my eyes. But now, I'm walking into every modeling agency. So Wilhelmina, LA models, Paris, France, Milan, you better watch out.
Watch out, girlies. Maisha's on the game. Oh, her cousin is like, why is nobody looking at me? Oh. Well, that was nice. That was nice. Wasn't that nice? That wasn't it nice when it goes nice? Yeah. Serving our community.
It's finally the day of my video shoot, 38 FFF. I was with the Department of Corrections for 28 and a half years, so I've decided to go with the law enforcement theme. If they need busting,
unfortunately,
I can call a parole agent or two.
Girlies.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh, the circuit queens are here for a triple F
locked
boob.
up in my condo by myself. So now I'm ready to, start busting a move. I feel great now. I'm ready to rock and roll.
Oh, isn't life just bizarre?
Yeah, I want to test them.
Oh, she knows how to make everyone's like, gasp! I can see your tummy tuck. Oh my goodness.
You look amazing. I love your stomach.
You like it?
Yeah, you look great. Let's see the ears.
Nice. You want to see the ears?
Oh, they look great.
You want to see the face? I used to have something called pixie ears.
Oh, really?
Now they're normal.
She looked amazing. Her face looks great. Her ears are smaller. They look cute. She had an amazing flat stomach. She just looked wonderful.
Did you like the boys we brought you?
That's very sweet.
Let me look. I feel really good about myself. I know I look improved. And improved, I guess, equals hotness. It's possible now with my own looks, they'll give me inspiration to write some new songs. Who knows? Maybe there'll be something with pixie ears.
All right, guys, let's get this video started. 38 FFF, scene 3.
38 FFF and pixie ears. I've got scouts.
And camera set.
Right,
Cue music.
Here we go.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Everybody, shut up. Shut up. Hey, Glamorous Monique.
That needs to be a cutaway. Shut up! Everybody, shut up! Move.
Before
Shut up.
my tummy tuck, I noticed that my stomach
Hello.
was
What are you doing? Hello, baby. All right, Biscuit, are we going to punch that kitty?
lumpy. But now my stomach looks flat.
Shut
I
up.
love my new
Move.
belly button.
Yeah, you sing,
I love
Biscuit.
the contour. I love the shape. There's not
They did
much
a great
more
job,
than a
but they
girl
have
could
pulled her
ask
underwear all the
for.
way up.
Prior to this surgery, I really had no earlobe, but now I don't think my ears ever look this good. Thank you, doctors. If you must, shake the bust.
That's a wrap. Great job, Monique.
You gotta have a hobby, haven't you, Biscuit? You're a good boy. Yes, you are. Yeah, you're a good boy, my little babage. Well, my lovelies, I've definitely got some thoughts about what we've seen in today's episode of Botched. Perhaps not as extreme as some of the other ones, but still extreme enough that I found myself going, what? I almost find it interesting that sometimes during these episodes, I have somehow a personal link to someone or something that's happening in these reality TV shows. I never thought this was going to be my life, you know. When I was back in 2008, before I moved to London, I was like, no, I'm destined for big things. Don't know what they are, but I'll get there one day. Apparently now it's going, oh yeah, that person on that show. Yeah, I know them. Good reason, bad reason, unsure. How strange. Although, judging from how the doctors on this show have reacted to, like, over plastic surgery patients previously, I actually thought they were going to say no to Monique, but they didn't say no to anyone in this episode. It was all just like, yes, we'll fix the problems, girl. As I say, the next episode is the first of two, like a two-parter of the reunion of, I'm guessing, everyone and like catching up with them after the show. So let me know if you want me to watch that because I'm quite interested about that. I cannot impart this view enough, my lovelies. Please do not get illegal silicone injections. Cheap. Or ever, in fact. No illegal silicone injections, please. Thank you. A PSA. Well, my lovelies, I find it interesting that I have a link to this show, but there we go. X's in the bin. And with that, it is time for the Patreons. You can see yourself scrolling past on the screen right here. Yes, you can. And I also want to say a massive hello and welcome to the brand new Patreons. Olivia, Jamie Webber, Laura Fickle, Mackenzie Ellis, Emma Lacherie, Amelia from the Bitchin' Boutique, Amanda Victoria Lewis, Rita Louise, Jojo, Bumblebee Whisperer, Den VH, Emma Burns, Sir, This is an Arby's, Did Someone Say Buffet, Dagmore Hollow, Jem HK, and Charlie Kerner. Thank you guys so much for joining the Patreon. If you would like to provide a little bit of extra support to the Chanel, my lovelies, the link is in the description box below. You get access to various little perks, such as outtake videos. You also get exclusive previews of my second channel videos. So yes, enjoy. Today's Instagram shout out goes to Jack Carroll 7. Thank you so much for following me over on Instagram, you stunning woman on the go. And if you want to be in the chance of being featured in my next video's Instagram shout out, make sure you follow me over on Instagram. It is xxluxeria. And once again, I want to say a massive thank you to my top tier Patreons. Orcos Samoji, Amelia Dillingham, Ari Adia X, Becky Johnson, Beebles32, Bumblebee Whisperer, Cameron Pittman, Shell Herman, ContraPoints, Emma Burns, Eric Castillo, Finch Dunham, James A. Zengirl, Jenny Wood, Caitlin Wright, Larissa Says Relax, Leanne Jones, Lenore, Les Banana, Mo Sherman, Miss Kiss, Novembrix, Paolo Rivera, Rye Loves Rory, Sky Dorim, Steffutech, TNS Mum, and Taylor Martin. And you know what, my loves? I think I'm going to leave it on the note of, I've said it once, I'll say it again. Please do not get raw, industrial, illegal, back alley silicone injections. It's not worth it. And with that, I'll see you in the next one. Yeah, you know who you are. Yeah.